Hello everyone, this is Unreal Noob and welcome to Unreal Engine for Beginners tutorial. In today's video, I'll be fixing a bug before we can move into the one enemy attacks at a time code. So the bug that we have sometime is very
A
annoying.
blessing, thank you.
Um,
Much
our
obliged.
player goes jumping off. Right now I don't see it happening, but let's see. Yeah, it did not happen now, but we have seen the bug few times in previous videos as well, where our player just jumps off. Yeah, it's not happening now, but anyhow, we'll fix it no matter what. uh, so the first thing is go to BP player, and from here let's make a function, and this one will be called clamp velocity. So to clamp the velocity, we'll be getting the character movement first, and from here we will get player, sorry, not get player, get velocity. From here we'll get velocity itself, and then we have to check for the vector length. What this does is it gives the total velocity as a float instead of giving the values in each axis of the xyz. So it just adds them over and gives us the shortest length in all possible direction. So what we want to do, we want to divide this, and why we want to divide it is something I'll tell you right now. We want to get the max modified speed, not the normal max speed, because at this point, if you see, the max speed that we have is 300. So but when we are sprinting, it would be 600. So that is actually, you can use it by the get modified max speed function. So when we're sprinting, it would be 600, so accordingly it will get that value instead of the 300 itself. So why are we dividing this? Because let's say at any given instance our speed is 1200. Okay, so if it is 1200, now if I divide it by, let's say I'm sprinting, it's 600, so 1200 divided by 600 is 2. So it is actually greater than 1, right? So now if we are supposed to do, if sorry, now if the modified max speed, let's say that is 600, was greater than this one, okay, then let's say anything, let's say it was 500, so 500 divided by 600, obviously it is less than 1, because 600 by 600 is 1, right? So anything below 600, if it comes up over here, it's below 1, right? So that's what we are going to check, if this one is greater than 1 or not. If it is, then we are going to clamp our velocity, get the character movement again, and from here we want to set the velocity. And the way we want to set the velocity would be, we get the velocity itself, and then we divide it by this one. So whatever fraction we have, let's say we have it at 1, that is 600 by 600. So the velocity that we have divided by 1 itself will give us the velocity itself. So that's not much of a big issue, right? But now let's consider 1200. 1200 divided by 600, it's 2. So the velocity gets, what our current velocity is, it's let's say it's 1200, it gets divided by 2, which is what then again, that is 600, right? So that gets the actual speed. Now let's consider it is 300, and our max speed and the velocity at any given time is 1200 again. So 1200 divided by 300 gives us how much? 4, right? So that velocity divided by 4 again would give us again what? 300 at that particular axis, right? So that way we can actually reset the value, clamp it to maximum whatever we are forced. So now even if I'm to move at these guys, you will see that they might actually push me through, but it's not going to make my player jump
My
at any
thanks.
particular instance. And as you can see over there as well, the AI actually jumped up a bit. So we will clamp this Z for the AI as well in a bit. So let's get on to that. And actually I don't think it's working, because I forgot one important thing over here. We have to call it at event tick. It's not optimized, I know, but then again we are only calling it when this is greater than 1, so it's not calling every time, so you don't have to worry about performance issues as such. Now let's go to our AI, and over here we'll clamp the Z. So this would be the vertical, okay? Vertical. So I'll get the character movement, I'll get velocity from here, and split the struct, and in the Z I'll get, actually I can just get it from here. If it is greater than, let's say, 100, I will clamp this, set velocity, I'll split it, I'll put the X and the Y as they are, and for the Z I'll just make it to 0. That's it. And again this one would be on the tick, so go for event tick and clamp vertical, just like that. And now they shouldn't be, they don't seem to be jumping off, neither am I, which is good. This means our code actually worked. That's good. And yeah, there you see, like, even my player jumped a bit, but it wasn't way too much. He just got pushed back a bit, that's it, which is still acceptable. um so that would be it for today's lecture, and I think I'll just make a separate video on the AI attacking one at a time. So thank you guys for watching, and as usual, if you enjoyed it, if you liked and learned something from it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, because that really helps me a lot. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.